everybody, and you're very welcome to the latest episode of the South Tip Arts Podcast. Well, this week, and specifically tomorrow, the 12th of June, sees another Cruinniú Tipperary. Cruinniú Tipperary is a day of free creativity for children and young people. Ireland is the first and only country in the world to have a national day of free creativity for children and young people under 18. Cruinniú Tipperary is a flagship initiative of the Creative Ireland programme's Creative Youth Plan to enable the creative potential of children and young people. The inaugural Cruinniú Tipperary took place on 23rd of June 2018, and for the past few years, including under the exceptional circumstances of 2020, young people and families have come together to enjoy a wide range of creative activities, including workshops and tutorials, to recitals and readings in every city, town and village across the country. During Cruinniú, the community are invited to participate in a programme full of fun, free creative activities, from graffiti art workshops to stop motion animation to coding and architecture workshops. You can have a look at the programme of events that's happening nationally by visiting www.cruinniú.creativeireland.gov.ie. But for this podcast, we are going to be focusing solely on the events going on in Tipperary, and specifically the events going on here at the Arts Centre in Clonmel. I was delighted to catch up with the Cruinniú Tipperary Co-Ordinator, Róisin Grady, who detailed some of the events going on around the county for me.
Róisin, it's brilliant to talk to you again this year about Cruinniú Tipperary. I don't know, is this the third year maybe that we've done this?
I think it's the third year, yeah, absolutely.
And
time flies.
It doesn't it? Yeah. It's great to have you on. This year, I suppose, a little different from last year, but not too much different in that a lot of the stuff is still going to be online, most of it, all of it probably.
Yeah, no, all of it is online again this year. Yeah. And I suppose, we're in a stronger position than we were in last year, because last year there was uncertainty. And I suppose Cruinniú kind of fell at a time last year when there hadn't really been many events that had happened on a national scale online. So it was really the test case. So it was very scary for everybody involved because nobody knew what would work, what wouldn't work. So we came through that. And I suppose this year, because we went straight into lockdown after Christmas, and I suppose, let's face it, none of us thought we'd still be in it when we were coming into the halfway mark in the year. And I think really kind of as a caution, people were geared again towards the online content. Yeah. But I suppose in a way, Emer, it's funny. I know people miss the personal touch, and I think that's something with culture that you can't ever really replicate.
No.
But I do think that, we have some fantastic venues in the county, and we have venues that have been with us now for the 3 years of Cruinniú, and they've actually probably been opened up to audiences far beyond what they would get from physical events. I remember last year talking to Eva in the Nina Arts Centre, and she said that they had people accessing their tutorials last year from all around the country, and actually from outside of the country.
Yeah.
So in a way, it does give an in to other people that can't physically be with us, which is good, because it's great to give those people an opportunity. But I suppose it is challenging when something like Cruinniú is really built around that kind of chaos of everyone being together and doing fun stuff together and enjoying ourselves and kind of trying new things. It is a challenge. But I suppose hopefully this will be the last year where we're kind of confined to having to do something online, and it can be more of a choice afterwards that we can use to kind of enhance our programming.
It's amazing the way everybody's adapted actually over the course of the year. So even this year, from our point of view here at the Arts Centre in Clonmel, last year it was oh my God, what are we going to do online? This year it was so easy to kind of plan it in a way, because we kind of knew that it probably wasn't going to be a physical event, but it was very easy to transfer the idea over into an online scenario or to have it physical if it went either way. But I think it's really after teaching all of us in all the venues everywhere.
Yeah.
And like what you said with Eva, we very much noticed that anything we've put on over the course of this year especially is being accessed by people from all over the place in ways that we'd never be able to, have our reach extend that far.
Yeah, because even traditionally, when you think of it, when we were advertising programming, and I'm sure you'd advertise in the local papers, and you might go to the national papers for some events. but you were very much gearing towards your local audiences.
Yeah.
Whereas now that's kind of been blown apart and anybody can access from anywhere in the world. So it has given people great opportunities, which is brilliant and has to be welcomed.
Even say local people from outside that are living away from the country now. I found like great feedback from people like that who think it's brilliant that they can access what we're doing
and
here at home.
Yeah, and that's a lovely connection to have, because, and especially when you think of it, like who abroad has been able to get anywhere near home really over the last 18 months. So it is a nice touch to be able to kind of zoom into something that you kind of know and can identify with. So it's been positive in some instances anyway, which is good, you know.
So I was having a look at the Tipperary Cruinniú events, and they're wide and varied as always. So would you like to give us a little rundown of what we can expect?
Absolutely. Well, I suppose, look at this as always, and I suppose I thank the venues. As I said, we've had them with us since the very start, which is yourselves and the Arts Centre in Nina, our library service, and the Museum of Hidden History here in Clonmel has come on board as well this year. So there's a great variety of stuff. I mean, you can try your hand at anything, really. I suppose the Nina Children's Film Festival, this is their second year now. They started last year. And they've always been part of our Cruinniú programming, but they're one of the national kind of call-outs this year for Cruinniú. So they've got a very big scale program that, you know, I mean, there's filmmakers from all over the world really that are taking part, and it's all geared towards children. And there's great opportunities, for children to learn and to see how the mechanics of animation work and filmmaking and everything. So it's a lovely opportunity, and it's going on for a couple of days this week, which will be great, or next week, which will be great. Obviously yourselves in the Arts Centre have a fantastic program all around the theme of the dragon inside me, which is absolutely fantastic. And I'm sure you're going to have somebody to talk about that, so you don't need me to go through that for you.
Exactly. Yeah.
But there's a couple of things there now I can tell you, Emer, wouldn't mind trying myself. It sounds like a lovely day. Our library service, again, are putting on a wide varied show. I mean, they've got their Brickflix stop motion Lego animation course. They've got Rainbow Interactive Storytelling with Sarah Tully. And Sarah is a stalwart of the library service now, and she's renowned for her storytelling. So there'll be a lovely morning there with her. There's an early years music workshop with Music Generation, who've also been involved for the last year as well. And there's a Go Fly Your Kite workshop. We have some more crazy art with Mags, which we had last year as well. And then there's Clayotic, which is clay workshops for children, which is going to be wonderfully messy, I hope, and engaging for people in their own home. There's a sign painting workshop as well for those that are interested in kind of art and design. And then there's Calmast, which is the science behind animation. And they're wrapping it all up then at 4:00 with a body percussion workshop with Music Generation. Now, the Tipperary Museum of Hidden History have actually, as part of their Cruinniú offering, been running a creative writing course for children for the last couple of weeks. And that's going to finish up next Saturday. And they're also going to host a series of drumming workshops. And if you log on to their website, you'll get the details of how to book for those. And finally, then last year, we were part of a broader project with a number of local authorities where we got the local traditional Irish singer Aileen Lambert and her daughter Nellie to do a breakdown, I suppose, of an Irish song that people could kind of listen and learn and sing along to, really. So this year, they're doing another song for us. They're doing the Rathlin Bog, which I think we all kind of remember from our school days. Yeah. And they've actually added actions to it as well. So that will be live on our website on the Saturday as well for people to get involved. And then, of course, all of these will be recorded, so you can go back and play them back later if there's anything clashing and you'd want to kind of multitask.
You know what, I was looking at the schedule and I was thinking, oh my God, there's just not enough hours in that day to fit in all the things. So that's good to know that
absolutely. But the great thing is that you can go back and rewatch the videos on most of them. So you know, there's great opportunity to try everything if you want to, you know, or as much as you want.
And as a project in general, Cruinniú is just going from strength to strength, really, isn't it?
Really is. You know, it just seems to have kind of captured the imagination, I think, of the general public. And I suppose, you know, at this time of the year, it traditionally was a great day out for families because, you know, you could go and you could try something that you might have heard of, but you never had the opportunity. And, you know, it could be the start of a whole new pastime or hobby or, you know, something like that. So it has really, I suppose, taken off in a way that we really didn't imagine,
Yeah.
And every year seems to bring something new. Like the national call outs are really, really good because, people get a chance to be kind of part of a really big initiative. I mean, they've a knitting one this year now, as well as the Children's Film Festival one, which is quite innovative. So all of those details are on the main Cruinniú website.
Róisin was is it an orchestra? They want to make
That's right.
Try and set a world record. I just thought that
absolutely, yeah. So as I said, there's all different types of opportunities that are open to people. And as I said, a lot of the time you don't have to have any experience, because they're doing an awful lot of stuff online now. It'll be things that you have in your own home. You're not necessarily going to have to go out and kit yourself up with a load of
everybody is really cognizant of the fact that, we don't all have access to all the material, even like up until very lately, even the shops were closed. So like
absolutely,
everybody's very cognizant of recycling what you have already and stuff.
That's it, yeah. So it's going to be very accessible and, as I've said, great fun as well.
And then everything 100% free as well, but they all need to be booked just because.
Pretty much most of them, because there will be a limit on some of them. But as I said, even the ones that are booked out, a lot of them will be available in video afterwards. So you can still, join in if you want to.
That's brilliant. Shout out to the libraries as well. I think they've been absolutely brilliant. Tipperary libraries over the last year. Like they're always brilliant anyway, but they're really kind of gone above and beyond, I think. Have to clap hands for whoever's doing all that, because like fair play to them. It's an awful lot of work, as I know myself.
It is, and I suppose the challenge is that because they've been opened and closed, and obviously, I think we all kind of realise that sometimes when we're coming out of a lockdown, we're probably a little bit nervous about getting out and about again, So it's a real challenge to kind of make people feel comfortable and feel safe, So I think I always think of that with venues like the library and even yourselves in the art centres, that a tremendous amount of work is actually going in to make people feel safe and comfortable as well, So there's a lot of extra work going in the background, and it's great to see,
Yeah, there are extra boxes to tick and stuff like that, aren't there, that you just have to.
Lovely. All right, so Emer, take care. Bye-bye. Bye.
Well, for South Tip Art Centre's Cruinniú programme, this year we have enlisted the assistance of our resident children's art tutor, Mags Rudnicka, who has organised a series of 4 online workshops throughout the day on Saturday, with something for every age group and interest. I caught up with Mags earlier to have a chat about her plans for Saturday's Cruinniú. Mags, it's absolutely brilliant to have you on the podcast. I've been trying to get you here for a very long time.
Thank you. It would be lovely to be here again.
You are our resident children's art tutor here at the Art Centre, and we've just been talking there now and crossing our fingers very, very much. We're really hoping that we will be able to have you back in person doing in-person classes very, very soon.
Hopefully.
But for this Saturday, we are very much looking forward to Cruinniú, which happens every year. It's a day of creativity for children of all ages, probably, because there's lots of things in your programme that I would very much like to try out for myself. So can you tell us a little bit about the day that you have in store for us? And what everybody has been actually coming back to me with feedback-wise is, and they love it. They love the idea of the dragon. They think it's just a wonderful idea. And I think you've really hit on something. It ties beautifully into the programme that we had in February, which was all about mental health and creativity for adults. In that programme, we didn't concentrate on the children. So the fact that you've come back to us with 4 planned workshops for Saturday, all about children and emotions, creativity, expressing yourself, getting those feelings out, it's just brilliant. Like, we couldn't have planned it better, actually.
Well, it is all about it just because of the year and the loads of months we went through, because we all are stuck, and of course we are always talking about emotions and how do we feel in an adult version, not much about children. So I was hoping that we can do something with this and let them think and let them express themselves this way. I know they don't say that, okay, this is me being sad, at the same time me being happy, and it's not easy for them to paint, draw or anything like that, but why not to try?
Well, we're not always encouraged to express our maybe darker feelings or our sadder feelings, are we? So this is a great opportunity to look at the whole spectrum of emotions.
I had a little girl and she's only, she's 4 years old. And I don't know, she was sad one day. I was like, oh, well, you're a big girl. And she was like, Max, it's not fair. When I was crying once, I was told that I can't cry because I'm a big girl. And I had to explain her that it's okay to cry. So, stuff like that. It's just showing me that children don't really talk enough about it, and they don't know how to express, but they know it's not right. They're allowed to cry, they're allowed to be cross, as much as they're allowed to be happy.
And I think the motif of the dragon that you've chosen for the theme for the day is really excellent.
I think so, and dragon will be different, first of all. And second of all, when we think about dragon, it's big, massive, it's danger, and doesn't really show you the soft side of the nature. That's why I wanted something different, something what can be both.
Yeah. We're looking right here now as we talk at your big, giant paper mache dragon that you've made for the day. He's absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
And people who tune into the Zoom classes will get to have a look at this guy. He'll be as a backdrop to your day's activities here. He's amazing. If you looked at our social media during the week, you may have seen that Mags posted some pictures of him taking a walk around Cale Town, which is amazing. He looks great in all those locations. Obviously, he's not one of the workshops for the day.
No,
because he took a little bit longer than an hour and a half, didn't he?
A little bit, yes.
What I want to do is just maybe if you could run through with us the 4 workshops that you have planned for the day and just what each one entails and what age groups they're for and stuff.
So we have 4 of them, and they all about the dragon. So the first one is for the smallest children. That's how we make the little puppet or a marionette, we can say. So it's something the children can play with afterwards.
Yeah.
It's very easy, it's very simple. All small little children can do it. When I say small, even 3 up when they have an adult
with a little
them.
bit of help.
Absolutely, yeah. So it's lots of coloring.
And these are very basic materials as well. So
we concentrated on all the something we can find at home.
Yeah,
mostly.
Yeah.
So the other one will be the dragon inside me. So that's basically what was all program concentrated on. So it's all about the emotion, but still it's all about a little bit drawing, a little bit painting. For that one, I did pick water paint and dry pastels. But if you don't have them at home, you can pick whatever you have and whatever you like to do it with. Following one, it will be the dragon eye. So we can look through his eye and see what we can see inside. Now, the basic thing, it will be the rock. Any stone rock you can find, or a card if you don't have a rock. And that's it. Colors, anyone you have at home, anyone you like, anything you like. And mask, of course, that's the last one. Now, that is a workshop when we would need a little bit of adult help.
Yeah.
Because cardboard cards are everywhere. Of course, we can find it, but sometimes it's not easy to cut it. So adult help will be very appreciated.
If anybody in advance of Saturday, I just wanted to say, is stuck for some cardboard, we have absolutely oceans of it here at the Art Centre, and you're more than welcome to pop in and we will give you some cardboard to make your mask.
That would be lovely, and we also have the templates ready for that workshop, so you don't have to be afraid that it's too hard. It's pretty easy to follow instructions.
Yeah, as well, the template for the mask pattern is on our website. People can go to www.southtippartspodcast.ie and just go to the news section, and it's the first item in the news section. You'll see all the materials there, and Mags has brilliantly actually put it into a document, a PDF document that's with all the pieces numbered, so that if you print in advance of the workshop, you'll be able to cut out all your pieces and have your templates ready to go, and that'll be kind of half the work, won't it, really?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's so impressive, actually.
Thank you.
It's so impressive to look at. It's a lovely mask.
There'll be lots of dragons going around then.
Yes. Mags, thanks a million for having a chat with me today. Best luck for Saturday. You set yourself up with an incredibly busy day, so hats off to you for all the work that's going to be going on.
It will be fantastic. I hope to see you all around, lads. Thank you so much. Thank you, Emma.
You're more than welcome. And that's it for another episode of the South Tip Arts Podcast. If you'd like to get in touch, the email address is southtippartspodcast@gmail.com. That's southtippartspodcast@gmail.com. To see all the details of our Cruinniú workshops, you can visit the website at www.southtippartcentre.ie. If you go to our What's On page, you can see the workshops and you can book directly through the website. You can download a template for the dragon mask, or have a look at the materials lists that are required by visiting the news page of our website, where you will find the details at the very top of the list. Again, if you'd like to see the wider range of events that are on around the country, you can have a look at www.cruinniú-creativeireland.gov.ie. We'll talk to you all next time.